If you got stung by a jellyfish every time you went to the ocean, the pain would probably make you reconsider your decision to get into the water. But when pain comes from personal relationships instead, the decision is never as clear. So today I wanted to share with you 5 signs that it might be time to seriously consider going no contact with a person who's been toxic to your life. Let's get to it. Welcome to the Common Ego community. My name is Christina, and on this channel we talk about emotional abuse, spirituality, and self-development. Today we're talking about the decision to go no contact with a narcissist or somebody who's been toxic to your life. Now, there are some people who will say that it's an easy decision, that if you can recognize that someone is a narcissist and you can go no contact, that you should do so immediately. But here's the thing. Life is complicated, and so are relationships. And it's not always an easy decision. In fact, more often than not, it's a difficult decision. So going no contact means exactly as it sounds, cutting off contact with a specific person. But there's more to it than meets the eye. If the person you're dealing with is truly a toxic influence on your life, if the person is highly narcissistic, there's really a good chance that they're not going to accept your decision on their own. And so going no contact may involve cutting off ties on social media, blocking the other person, maybe blocking their phone number, and it could even mean blocking other people who are mutual friends. So again, it's not always an easy decision. And of course, there are always going to be people who are not going to be able to go no contact, no matter how much they might want to. Now, this might include people who have children with the other person that they want to cut out of their life, or the other person might hold an important place in their life. It might be their boss, or it might be a parent. It might be somebody that they live with. But if you are in a position where you feel like you can go no contact, the potential benefits of doing so definitely make it worth the consideration. So that is what we're exploring here today. I'm going to share 5 signs that it might be time to consider going no contact. I cannot tell you that it is time for you. Only you can make that determination. So the first sign that it might be a good idea to consider going no contact is that you've identified that you need space to heal. So what I mean by that is that you've identified that having the other person in your life is preventing you from healing. And this may be because you're getting hurt over and over again and you're not giving yourself a chance to heal. If you want to break a toxic cycle, an abusive cycle, you really do need that time to heal yourself. So the second sign that you might want to consider going no contact is if rumination has become a really big problem for you. So if you're spending all of your time thinking about what this person might be thinking or doing, and again, this is a person who has been a toxic influence in your life, giving them the ability to reach you may not be the healthiest choice for you. And here's where it's going to feel a little bit counterintuitive for you, because you're going to feel like you need those updates. You need to know what's going on in this person's life. And you have those questions that are constantly playing over and over in your head. What are they thinking? How are they feeling about me? Are they thinking of me at all? And every time you hear from this person, or if you even get an update on how they're doing, it's kind of like a hit. And it gives you a little bit more to think about, and it fuels that rumination. So if you would like to start gaining more control over those wandering thoughts, one of the best ways to get that started, to get that ball rolling, is to go no contact. So again, this has to be your decision. But if this sounds like where you are right now, I suggest weighing the pros and cons of going no contact, of having this person in your life. What's the worst that could happen in either scenario? If you let this person back in, or if you never let this person back in? What is the best thing that could happen? What is the worst? And let's remember to remain realistic about the best case scenario. So the third sign that you may want to consider no contact is that the person has ended a relationship with you and they are currently breadcrumbing you. So maybe they discarded you, but every once in a while they check in and they want to see how you're doing. Maybe they compliment you on something. They don't outright tell you that they want to get back together, but they kind of imply it with their messages. So it can give you a little bit of hope that they might be considering a reunion. And if you're in this place, I suggest you watch my video on breadcrumbing, because breadcrumbing is a very manipulative practice and it can really keep you stuck. So the fourth sign that you may want to consider no contact is that you're feeling intense anxiety about every time you have to meet up with this person or talk to this person. It tears you up inside. You think about every bad thing that can go wrong. You think about how they might hurt you again. And maybe even you feel this anxiety when you don't have to see this person. Just the fact that you know that they're there and they can reach out to you at any time. Now with this, there's also the possibility of a smear campaign that may be going on here. Some people may advise you to keep your enemies close, but if your enemy is a narcissist, that's almost never true. If you keep communication open between you and this person who is smearing your name, you're only going to be giving them more ammunition. And if you keep the communication open between mutual friends, it's kind of the same thing. If anyone has any sort of allegiance to this other person, there's always the chance that they're going back and feeding them information. So if you can possibly manage it, no contact can cut off the supply from a narcissist and their flying monkeys. And the fifth sign that it might be time for no contact is there's really no benefit to keeping this person in your life. And I know this seems like an obvious one, but when it comes to relationships, a lot of us have trouble making that firm break. And now if you relate to this one, I suggest you watch my video about being nice, the dangers of being nice. I've been there too. And I can tell you, it's landed me in some trouble. We really don't need to be nice to people who have repeatedly hurt us. Now, that doesn't mean that we need to be mean either. No contact isn't really a mean thing to do. It's all about self-preservation, really. So if this person serves no real purpose in your life and they have repeatedly hurt you in the past, no contact might be the best way to go. And yes, you can do this. You can go no contact even if you don't currently have contact with somebody. And I know that sounds a little weird, but a lot of this is about making that decision, about taking the power into your own hands and taking control. Because the truth is, even if somebody burned all the bridges as they left, and it seems completely illogical that they would even think of coming back, there's always a chance, especially if you're dealing with a narcissist. So bringing yourself into that no contact mindset can be helpful in the event that they do come back around again. And it can help you reaffirm for yourself that the door is closed, that you don't have to worry about what they might say if they come back again, because you have already decided they are not coming back again. So I hope you found this video helpful. And again, I just want to reiterate that it is a personal decision to go no contact. And it is completely up to you to weigh the pros and cons. And it's not something that anyone should really be judging anyone else for. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, and I will see you next time.